where he finished, but he played rather well. And here we go, purple Terran player, Kilos, orange Zerg player, Protoss player rather, Eloquious. And they are close air positions on Lost Temple. On the right side is Eloquious, on the top center is Kilos. You can already see from the actions per minute, well, it is just spamming. I mean, Eloquious right here is hitting up 300 current APM, so it's a little impressive. And as we can see, Kilos, damn, rank 1 master, LOL. So, I mean, we might see some good Terran play coming from Kilos. And, Eloquious isn't half bad himself, so we'll have to see how this turns out. Yeah. Or I'm gonna unbusy myself because I want people to message me if they need to. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, TQ Sung was the same guy who won last time, and Kilos apparently is a rank 1 master, so he's quite good. Kilos! So apparently Kilos was never streamed on Team Liquid. My friend right here is just a big ass. And Eloquious believes that he's actually going to lose because he thinks that Kilos is just way too good for him, because he is apparently a rank 1 Masters player. Setting up his barracks on his ramp, rather common to do, as you can block it off and make it hard for the Protoss player to completely walk up. And the Protoss player is getting his gateway. If you look at the... Let's just go to Eloquious's camera right now. I don't understand what he's doing so much, because he does have 300 current actions per minute. Although they both do right now, so this is bound to be a higher level game. Right here on Lost Temple, between these Terran and Protoss armies. Now they're scouting out each other. Kilos going to the left side, and Eloquious scouted earlier, so he's going all the way around to the top to see what Kilos is doing at the moment, and he will see the barracks just finishing, and we will probably see a Marine coming out. There we go, right away. Yeah, tell Han. Sorry if I sort of fade out of the commentary every so often. I'm also trying to organize the tournament at the same time. If anyone's listening to here and want to cast a future tournament, please email me, or frank.tankcast@gmail.com, or you can just PM me in the game, tankcast.788, if you want to cast future tournaments. I'll be more than welcome to have anyone come in and cast. And this probe cannot escape Kilos' walled ramp off with supply depots, giving that Marine a single kill right there. Now, so take a look over the Protoss base. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary at all. He has his first gas up mining, just finished his cybernetics core. There we go, chrono boosting warp gate, as well as getting a stalker out to deny scouting. Because, as you probably know, SCVs can run around and run away from zealots, but they cannot run away from stalkers, which are ranged. Peyton Cuddy, I know you're listening, and I heard you had a great weekend last weekend, so just good for you, man. Heads up, fantastic for you. I heard you had a great weekend the other weekend. So, yeah, that's a little much, but we do see Kilos now going for his factory, and we may even see him go into Starport later on. No, he's actually going to Armory, which signals he'll probably be getting Thor from his factory, or some sort of crazy fast factory upgrade build. And what we see coming down from Eloquious, it does look like it's going to be the classic 4 warp gate push. Again, it seems as though all Protoss can do is 4 warp gate, which is funny because I play Protoss, and actually I did a couple 4 warp gates this afternoon myself. And he even has his proxy pylon set up in the middle of the map. And does Kilos know this is here? Not right now, but he is moving out with his Hellion, which should be able to scout. He sees the Stalker, sees the Zealot. He's moving around to Eloquious's base, and he should be able to see the 4 warp gates getting ready to morph in. Here they go, they're warping in from gateways to warp gates, and he's going to get ready to do his push. It does not look like Kilos is ready for this. He doesn't have much at all. He's just getting his first Thor, but it does not seem as though his first Thor is going to get out in time for the 4 warp gate push, but he's going to have a bunker, which will at least soak up 400 damage for his Marines with the first couple units that come out from this warp gate. But that one Hellion did delay Eloquious's attack, as he was forced to warp in Stalkers in his base instead of on the field, so he's going to have to walk these Stalkers over, which is, again, going to give Kilos time to get out that one Thor, which could, with a couple SCVs, be a saving grace in this engagement right here. If you take a quick look at the army tab, he's way behind, but the Thor is quite expensive, which will push him right back up. And again, with a couple SCVs to repair the Thor, he can do a lot of damage against this attack right here. That first out was taken out by the Marines in the bunker. Now we do have the first Thor, as we can see. He's now trying to push out with all of his Marines, and if he brings his Thor out, he probably would have a good chance at fending off this attack. He's going to have to retreat with his Marines, get back in the bunker, bring his Thor up, and raise that supply depot so the Zealots do not run in. We do not have the Thor dealing a lot of damage. Are there any SCVs coming to repair the bunker or the Thor? Does not look like it, and the Thor is doing a lot of good damage. Already has 2 kills off. Killed that Zealot right there, killed 2 Stalkers earlier on, and it looks like Kilos may be able to fend off this attack. He is getting a second Thor, and a second Thor would definitely really hinder Eloquious's attempts to use a 4 Warp Gate attack right here. As the first wave of Eloquious was rather unsuccessful. So he's still trying to make more Zealots, more Stalkers, trying to push, as well as getting a Twilight Council back home. So we'll see where he transitions to in the future, maybe even the Dark Templars, to try and just punish Kilos for not taking up to Stargate. We do now have 2 Thors. Though the supply depot was destroyed, now Kilos is supply blocks, but cannot create any more units until more supply depots were made. Punishment, punishment, punishment. Now we do see the Marines moving out with the two Thors, who are going to attack the Protoss army. Like I said before, here we go. He is bringing a lot of SCVs, first to repair the supply depot, and then to move out with the Thors. SCVs repairing Thors is very powerful, as the Thors became nearly invincible, and the Protoss units have to selectively target the individual SCVs to get rid of them. And now we do have 3 Thors now, and a handful of Marines going out to attack this Protoss army. As you can see, the SCVs are really quickly repairing this Thor's life, so that the Stalkers aren't doing any damage at all. Another 3 Thors killed all the Zealots, and now can push back against the Stalker, but first taking out this pylon right here. So we're going to take a look back at Eloquious's base. He is getting blink research, and is complaining the fact that Thors are rather strong. This is a really interesting build. I've never seen such fast Thors being used against Protoss in the way that Kilos is. But he is a rank 1 master, so he knows a thing or two about StarCraft. He has both the second barracks and is continuing to make Marines, as well as getting more and more Thors. A lot of Thors can be really tough to deal with because they just deal so much damage at a decent range as well. Here are a lot of Stalkers and some Zealots, but does not look like it'll be enough. Look at the army tab. He still has a larger army, and he still has a couple of SCV here to auto-repair these Thors. He's going to quickly take down this pylon, and then he'll move right into the base of Eloquious, and we'll see what we can do. Unfortunately, sentries will not be able to force field to delay the Terran's push, because the Thors can simply trample the force fields and walk right up that ramp. Here they go. Here comes the Thors. Eloquious is trying to reinforce with more Zealots, but it probably will not work, as there are 3 Thors right here, 4 SCVs as well, 5 SCVs rather, which can be able to repair. However, the Marines are not in the combat, and this could be trouble because it looks like this first Thor is going to fall. Although it already had 5 kills, so it really did its work, and the SCVs are soaking up the damage, preventing the Zealots from getting to the Thor. And here comes more and more probes now being pulled from the line of Eloquious, but it will not be enough. The Thors are just way too powerful, and Eloquious says GG.